Today, I'm going to be straight piping my 2013 Ford Focus ST. With all seriousness, not actually straight piping it. MBRP is the exhaust I currently have. I have their Armor Plus is the trim or the exhaust level. They have multiple different levels to their exhaust. I currently have their Armor Plus, as I said, with the black tips, and I have the street profile. Huge shout out to Byron Strickland over at MBRP. I contacted them because I want to switch mine to the track. Never heard it, in person at least. And I would just love to have my car a little louder, as well as have the option to sort of switch between. So along with the conversion, I have a OEM Ford exhaust gasket, just a donut gasket with 2 holes. Just OEM one. Even though I have a depot downpipe, OEM gasket still works. Just so if anybody wants to do this conversion as well. So let me go ahead and go over some of MBRP's levels and their different things. As well, I'm going to switch my spark plugs out today. Currently I have the Iridium NGKs, and I want to switch to the Ruthium, I believe they're called. They're 2 steps colder instead of just the 1 step. I have issues with missing at idle. I need to do spark plugs anyways. I do mine about every 15 to 20,000, and I'm around that range anyways, so might as well try the 2 steps colder. I've only ever tried the 1 steps, so I would love to try those 2 steps. So let's just go over some of the different trim levels to the MBRP, and then let's go over the plugs, and then let's get started. So stay tuned. So let's go over the different trim levels of the MBRP exhaust. So starting off, number 1, we have the MBRP Armor Light. This is a aluminized steel with a 3-year warranty. Then they have the Armor Plus, which is a T409 stainless steel with a lifetime warranty only for the original owner or original buyer of the exhaust per se. The Armor Plus offers a dual wall exhaust tip, as the Armor Light only offers a single wall. As well as the Armor Plus, you can get black or polished tips. Armor Light, you only can get the polished. And then the MBRP Light, I forgot to mention, also only comes in the, or comes in both the track and the street. Armor Plus is only street. There's a difference in the resonators. There's 2 resonators per se, as the Armor Light having 1, and then for the 3rd category, which is the most expensive, is the Armor Pro, which is T304 stainless steel and a lifetime warranty, again also to the original buyer of the exhaust. However, the Armor Pro offers a carbon tip option, which is absolutely beautiful, and is offered in both street and track, or street and race. So that's really all there is to the exhaust, just different qualities, different levels to it, different options. Again, you can get black, chrome tips, carbon tips, as well as just the different warranties. So yeah, next is spark plugs. So going over the spark plugs, you have the NGK Iridiums, which are 1 step colder. The part number for that is LTR71X-11. As I said, just 1 step colder, can handle small amounts of boost, so stock or little above. You don't necessarily have to switch out to the Ruthium, I believe is how you say it, but just nice to have. I'm currently running the 1 steps. This is going to be my first time ever running the 2 step colder, so we'll see how that goes. And then second, as I already mentioned, the Ruthium. Again, I don't know exactly how you say it. They are NGK, part number LTR7BHX. Again, like I said, these are 2 steps colder. I have a lot of issues with misfires at idle, so this should help from what I've read on the forums. So let's go ahead and get started and get this car racked. And so let's go ahead and rack this. This is a long and annoying process. Let's get started. So now that the focus is on a rack, I sort of wanted to show you guys exactly what I was talking about on the differences of the exhaust. So since I have the Armor Plus and the street version, I have a resonator right under my downpipe, which is right here. And then I also have one in the back. So what I was talking about is the track deletes this one and keeps this one, whereas the street has both this one and this one. So this shouldn't be too hard. First we got to get these bolts off of the downpipe, as well as pull it off and get the gasket out, and then just take off the single clamp right here. I do have new clamps, and let's get started. So I got my brother-in-law Johnny helping me here. He's just pulling off them 2 bolts real quick, and then I'm going to get started on the clamp. Most likely this stuff's going to need heat and a lot of lube. Southern Ohio and salt does not go well with these cars. So I believe this is a size, what is that, Johnny? 18, 17. So let me go ahead and start adding some heat to this rear one. And so I currently got the rear clamp off. Johnny has got both the front bolts loose. Took a lot of heat, and I ended up having to air hammer the clamp because it was just rusted to the exhaust. I'm about to have to spray it down with lubricant, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Cut off tool.
As you can see, it's stuck. Let me find an idea of what I'm gonna do. So I just got another idea, so we're gonna see if this works.
Ready?
More heat. Well, it started to work. We're gonna get more heat going and see if that works. So I added a little bit more heat. We're gonna see if this works again. If not, we're gonna have to find another way to do it. Well, that ain't working. I guess we're gonna try another way. Again, I got one more idea up my sleeve. So I guess I'll be back again. Yeah, you can see this isn't going so well. This is real life mechanics for you. Well, we actually got it to move. There we go, it's off. As much as I did want to preserve this exhaust, or this muffler I should say, didn't go so well. But I'm gonna let this exhaust cool off for a second, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the new pipe installed. You can see there's a major difference between rusty and old and nasty and new and shiny. So let me let this exhaust cool off for a few minutes, just that way it unexpands is the word I was looking for. As you know, metal expands when it gets hot. So let me just wait a couple minutes, get a breath, let my ears stop ringing, and then we'll get back with you. So I completely forgot to record us putting this pipe on. Luckily it wasn't too bad. We did have to bend the back part of the exhaust just a tad bit from when we air hammered it, kind of bent it. Other than that, we just took a hammer and a piece of wood, kind of slid it on there. Again, where this exhaust is just a little old and a little rusty, it just needed a little help. So right now we're getting the exhaust thrown in for the downpipe to this part, and then sorry, the door's a little loud over there. Downpipe to the exhaust, and then we're gonna get this clamp thrown on, and we should be pretty good. I gotta fix a couple little things real quick, like my heat shield's hanging. Just old car stuff. So yeah, let me get back to you when we get this all bolted up and buttoned up. So me and Johnny finally got everything buttoned up, got the 2 bolts in, pipes in. Again, not a huge difference, but will definitely sound different. New clamp, just off Amazon. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. So yeah, I think I got everything. I might be missing one thing, I don't know. But got new bracket on, or not new bracket, but I got the bracket back on. Sorry. And then, like I said, pipes back on. So let me lower this, get a sound clip for you, and then we'll go to the part of putting the spark plugs in the engine. So yeah, let me go ahead and skip to that. So me and Johnny just finished up the exhaust. Have yet to start it. I want it to be a surprise, just as much as you guys might. Johnny is currently doing the spark plugs over here. Again, going with the ruthenium, I believe is how you say it. Don't quote me.
Sounds so good. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, if you like the video, like the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you want some more. Comment what I should do next. With that being said, peace out, have a good one, stay safe.